Before we get started with today's session, there's an important issue that I wanted to press upon. The number of new COVID cases here in Maharashtra are increasing drastically. So make sure you take all the precautionary measures and also follow the social distancing guidelines. Now, this is very important to keep yourself as well as your family safe. I'm really hoping that everyone attending this live session is safe in their homes and is doing good. So, moving on to the content for the day. I think everyone who just started learning Python, and once you have written a couple of codes in Python, you will immediately encounter this syntax. If name is equal to main, then do something. This is simple to understand, that there's a condition and which is being checked, and if that condition is true, then certain function or certain piece of code will be executed. But there are a lot of things which make it cryptic in the first look. For example, nowhere in the code we have defined what is underscore underscore name underscore underscore. Nowhere in the function you will see this variable defined. Then who defined it, or from where did this variable came? Next is, why are we comparing it to main? Why not any other thing? These are two important questions that if you don't know answer to, then it looks very cryptic in the first go. In this session, we'll try to answer these questions for you and help you understand what this syntax means. To understand this thing, first we'll have to understand how Python interpreter actually executes your code. Say this is your Python script, which has a random function defined in it. It will do something and then some more instructions, and then it will do something more, and finally it will return a result. So this is basically mimicking a function call, which will do something inside the function. And then you have your cryptic code. This is how your Python program starts executing code. It will first look at the first line of code, execute it, interpret it, then it will move to second line of code, and then third line of code. Now, this is what we are told when we start learning Python. But in reality, before executing any piece of code, Python will start by setting up some special variables. Even before the first line of code is executed, Python interpreter will first set up some special variables. Only after these special variables are set, it will start executing the code. So let's have a look at some code. Okay, we have started a Python interpreter. We have not written any piece of code yet. We have just started the interpreter. Now once we write something here, a equal to say 32. So Python interpreter will take this piece of code and will execute it. But even before executing the code, you will see that there are some variables which are already defined. So dir is basically a built-in method to list down all the available variables in this environment. So you can see that there's a variable called underscore underscore annotations, there's a variable called underscore underscore built-ins, docs, loader, name, package, and specs. These are the special variables that I was talking about that Python interpreter will load even before executing the first line of code. We can have a look at them. I can say underscore underscore package. So it's an empty variable. It doesn't have anything in it. I can say underscore underscore spec. Okay, this is again empty. I can say underscore underscore built-ins. So this is a module. Now understanding the functionality and use of all these variables is out of the scope of this session. Our Python interpreter defines some variables. So the next obvious question is that why do we need these special variables? So just to give you some context, we won't be discussing all of them, but just to give you some context, these internal variables or special variables are used by Python programming language itself to do a lot of internal complex tasks like importing packages. When you import one package, I can say import numpy. So for executing this piece of code, these internal variables are required. Okay, so Python programming language itself makes use of most of these internal variables, and in some cases the end user can also use these things. Don't worry a lot about them. The only important point is before executing any piece of code, your Python interpreter will set up some special variables. You can look at them by using dir command method, which is built into Python. And to check their values, you can simply start typing the variable name. In this talk, we'll only focus on understanding this underscore underscore name underscore underscore variable, which was created by Python interpreter. For now, this is set to main, and as we define more values, you can see that this a variable is now available in this namespace. These variables are all initialized even before executing any piece of code. What is underscore underscore name and how we can use it. When you are running the script, then underscore underscore name is directly set to main. I'll show you an example. When I start the Python interpreter, I can directly check underscore underscore name and its value is set to main. The same thing happens when I try to run a script. So here I'm not defining this variable, but I'm directly calling print this. I'll say Python sample.py. Okay, so you can see that when I run sample.py, this is the printed value. So I can make it more readable by simply calling this underscore underscore name is set to, and then I can use okay. So now you can see underscore underscore name is set to main. So when you directly execute the script or run a script, say sample.py, then the name variable is set to main. This is the normal obvious behavior. Now if you see this piece of code, say if name is equal to main, then I'll say print hi. Okay, so now this makes sense that this is a variable which is defined by Python itself, and initially the value is assigned to underscore underscore main. So this condition will be true, and hence you will see print hi. You can see this instruction was executed, and hence you see a hi here. Things really get interesting once you start importing some script. A single file is also known as module. Okay, so when you import a module, the name is set to module name. Let's have a look. I'll say Python. Okay, so this is a Python interpreter. Now if I try to import sample.py, okay, so I'll say import sample. When I do this, you will see that name is set to sample. Now when you import any file, the name variable will be set to the name of the module or the name of the script without .py. So this is how it works internally. As soon as you start the Python interpreter, or even before executing any piece of code, it will start by setting up some special variables. Your special variables will be all those values that we have seen here with dir. So these are some special variables which are being set. Sample will not be set. Okay. Now say once these special variables are set, your flow control or your execution will start from here. The first line is import mylib. To execute this piece of code, your control of execution will basically try to import this mylib file. Now before actually executing any piece of code here in mylib file, it will again set up some special variables for this file. For this file, the special variables will be set, and then the first line of code will be executed, then second line, then third line, then fourth line. And once the complete file is executed top to bottom, the control will return back here. And then your next line will be executed, and then the next line. Okay. So in Python, whenever you are importing another file, the interpreter basically goes that file and reads it from end to end. It's not doing anything special. As good as taking all the content of this file and dumping it here. this piece of code is executed. For this, it will go here, set up some special variable, execute everything that is there in mylib file, and then come back here and start with print __ name, and then to access the special variables for this file, you will have to call mylib __ name. Okay, to access the variables of these files. Here, since this is the first file that we are trying to execute, name is set to main. But since this file is not directly executed but imported, okay, since this file is imported from the first file, the name will be set to mylib. This is how the name variable behaves. So let's see some more code examples. I can create another file and I'll say mylib.py. Okay. Now here I'll define a function, say print name, and this function when called will simply print the name variable. Now this name variable is the name variable for mylib.py file. Now here I'll simply say import mylib, and then I'll call the function. So our function is print my name. So this belongs to mylib library. Before starting the execution of this script, first it will start by initializing special variables. Now when this line will be reached, the control will go here, read the first line, read the second line. Now this is as good as copying this piece of code and pasting it here. Basically distributing your code across multiple files helps you to keep it organized. So now this thing is done. So you can call mylib.print name and it will go and execute this function. We'll also say print name is 2, and so now this name is for sample.py. Let's save this thing and run sample.py. You can see that first mylib is printed, which is basically this function was called, and for this function this is the code that we are executing. So this name is basically mylib, the name of the module, and next we are saying what is the name for this file. The idea is very simple. When you run a script, the special variable name that is defined for that script will be set to main, and when you import anything, the name variable defined for that script or module will be set to module name. Here our module name is mylib.py. I can simply rename this thing. I can rename it to say mylib I_lib, and okay, I have to import this. Okay, so now you will see that again the file name is printed without .py. This is the very simple idea that when you run the script, your name is set to main, and when the script is imported, then _name variable for that script or module is set to the module name itself. The obvious question arises that how can we use it, or why do we have this thing, and how it can be used in our code. So I'm hoping everyone was able to understand this part. Okay. When something is imported, this is what is executed. When something is directly executed, then it will be set to main. Let's now look at some use cases of how we are going to use it. I'll show a simple example. I'll create a file called download data. Now here I'll write a function which will take download URL, and I'll have to pass URL here. Okay. then I'll write some code. I can simply say import request, and then I can come here and say something like request dot get, and then I'll pass the URL. I'll say check the response. I'll look at the response dot status thing, and if this is equal to 200, okay, then it was successful. And then what we can do is I can say response dot text or response dot content to get the actual content, and then I can save it in a file. Okay. So this is your code for downloading your data. Now there is a possibility that you have multiple files, so you can also end up creating some classes. Okay, so there will be some base class, and then you basically try to inherit from it and make many more class based on the same thing. And finally, what you can do is to see if your code is working, you can simply use this syntax. If download URL, and then you can also do this thing. URL is basically say okay, like something search question mark, and then u is equal to say lion. Okay, so whatever the content is, you will basically try to download the text from it. Okay. So now this piece of code will only be executed when you are running it directly. So this will only be executed if you say Python and download data.py. This thing, then only this piece of code will be executed. For a project, you will end up creating many such files. One could be prepare data.py. Another could be datasets.py. Okay, so to create a dataset. So now what you can do is inside dataset.py you can import from downloads data, then you can import prepare data as well, and here you can call prepare data dot some function that was present in prepare data, and here you can so first you will start by downloading data. Download data, then I'll execute download URL function and I'll pass a URL. Okay. Once I get the data as return value, now I'll say prep data is equal to prepare data dot some function. Say there's a function called prepare, and here I can pass my data. So when you are importing these modules, this will make sure that the name variable for this script will not be set to main but will be set to download data. Hence this piece of code won't be executed. Now what you can use this for is you can write some script or some documentation here which can be used while creating dataset.py file. Just to give you an example how I used it in a competition, all the code that I wrote for MOA competition. Now here you'll see there's a dataset.py file. There's another file called model, and there's another file called prepare data. Then there's train.py and util.py. I'll simply show you how it all works. So first is prepare data. Let's start reading it from the bottom. There's this function called prepare which will take my training dataset, a train dataset, test dataset, scored, table, and all these data frames, and finally execute all this code. Now most of these code is calling another function which is present above. So process is a function which is defined above. Process score is another function which is defined to process score and target table. Then I'm merging these two things, and finally I'm converting these into list, getting dummies, scored, and finally I have my folds, my test, feature columns, and target columns. Okay, I have all these things, Once I pass my train data frame, test data frame, score data frame, and target data frame. So while developing this code, I wrote this piece of code and I did all my will be system.args. My output path will be this, and then I'll read the data set using pandas. Once I have read all this data set, I'll basically merge a few data frames and then I'll call the prepare function. Once this prepare function is called with all these arguments, all this piece of code will be executed, and after I get all my data frames back, I'll basically print some descriptions about them so as to make sure that everything is working fine. And finally, I'll save my data to the output path and also save some pickle files. Now, this code is meant for testing if this script is working properly or not. So initially, what I'll do is I'll not convert all the 10,000 records, but I'll take only 100 records and to see if this thing is working. And this thing also acts as a documentation for using these functions. So I know my prepare function will take these 4 data frames. Now, from where does train feature comes from? It directly comes from reading this file. Test feature directly comes from reading this file using pandas. Then train target score again comes directly from this. But targets data frame, it comes from this. Now, from where do I get this column? Here. Again, you'll see that this value has been updated. I'm taking this data frame, merging it with drugs column based on these columns. Drug data frame is here. When I'm creating my data set, I know that I'll need to read all these files. I'll have to merge them together and then call prepare, because my prepare function expects these 4 data frames and they have to be in this certain format. So now, while testing this, I wrote this piece of code, but now when I'm trying to use it, I'll simply copy this piece of code from here to here, because this piece of code also acts as a documentation of what arguments does this prepare function will take and how do we get these arguments. There's another file called model. So here I have not written file underscore name. So now if somebody wants to use this model, they'll have to go through the code, see net and config. But how do I get my net? There's no underscore name thing here. So how do I get my net? Here, if I would have written if underscore name thing, if here I would have written say anything, say torch vision dot model, and this is the syntax, Alex net. This is my net. If I wrote this piece of code and then I created basically a model where it's MOA, I don't remember the name. Okay, MOA model. And here, if I pass my net and config file, because this is what the init function expects, net and config. But how do I get my config file? Again, that is another question. If I have this piece of code written here, say it's basically a dictionary with some key and values. So I'll say epochs : 5 and so on. The person who's going to use this class now can look here and see how the config was generated and how the name was generated in the first place. This syntax can be used both to test the existing code that is present here in your script, and also will act as a document when you are importing it or trying to use these above functions in some other place. This is how you use your underscore name variable, because it helps you to understand that when something is imported and when something is directly executed. So here you can write code that you want to be executed only if the script is executed directly. This 3 lines of code will only be executed if your script is executed directly. If you are importing this module, this piece of code won't be executed because this condition will come out false. This is how you can have all the heavy lifting and computational part here while testing, and when you are importing your code, only these functions, class definitions will be executed and nothing else. This was all that I had from my side, and hope this difference is clear. And once you start using it, things will start making more sense. This is the simple idea. Before executing any piece of code, the Python interpreter will start by initializing some special variable. The important variable that we have learned today is the underscore name variable, and it will be set to main if you are directly executing some script, and it will be set to the module name or the name of the file without .py if you're importing it from some other Python script. Hope this will help you to solve or at least answer one of the few questions for you. So we started with these two questions. I didn't define name. It came from Python interpreter. Python interpreter will define this underscore name variable before executing any code. It will first start by initializing these special variables. Second is, why are we comparing it to main? Because if you run the script directly, it will be set to main. Hence, we are comparing it. So this condition is basically checking, are you directly executing this piece of code? If answer is yes, then run random function. If you are importing it, then this function won't be run. That's all from my side. Thank you all for spending your time, and I really hope that everyone was able to learn something, take away something. And if you have any questions, you can message me on Discord. Okay. And if there are some interesting questions, then you can also share them here in community section, or your questions in chit chat channel, and I'll try to answer them. Okay. Thank you so much for your time, and hope everyone is safe in their homes. Bye bye.